Good morning, students. This is Mrs. Teixeira talking to you. How are you doing? I hope you're fine. We are here today to correct our exercises, the exercises that I asked you to do as homework yesterday, and the reading part. Okay? So please grab your book and open it on page number 84. I ask you to do exercise 1, 4, and 6. Yes? Let's remember what we study about the headlines. So when the journalists have to write a headline, they use few words to take people attraction. Yes? So they don't use articles, possessives. They also left out the verb to be. When they are talking about future, they use to and the verb in the infinitive form. They use question marks to talk about something that is not important, is not certain. Sorry. And sometimes they write sentences with no verbs. Okay. So let's check in our exercise 1. You have to write the best headlines to describe the pictures. Okay? So let's check number 1. Optical illusions transforming streets. This is a painting. Number 2. Motorized suitcase invented by Chinese farmer. I really like this suitcase. It's a good option for the English teachers. We love walking around the school with our suitcase. Number 3, elephant takes selfie. Good. And number 4, teenager disgust at rubber glove in soup. Okay. You can pause the video, you can check the answers and continue later. What I want to correct with you now is our exercise 4. Okay? Let's go there. Exercise 4. You have to remove the words that we don't need on these headlines. So as we reviewed just some minutes ago, yes, they don't need articles, possessives, the verb to be, future sentence they use to and the verb in the infinitive form. Sometimes they don't use verbs in the sentences. So here in sentence number 2, I have article, I have future, and article again. So I can write just United Nations to meet over Syria. Okay. Lindsay Lohan has avoided going to jail again. I'm talking about Lindsay Lohan, so you can make her name shorter. Has avoided going is a present perfect sentence when they are talking about past or event that happened recently. They use simple form, present simple. Avoids. Sorry guys, jail again. Copenhagen is the world's happiest city. We're talking about Denmark. It's a wonderful city. It's in my wish list. Is the, we don't need to write. The world's happiest city. Next one, young people are becoming more and more dependent on social media. I'm going to use no verbs in this one, okay? Young people more and more dependent on social media. Okay. Now we are going to do exercise 6. In exercise 6, you need to write the best description for the sentences. Okay? What did you understand when you read the headlines? So kids make nutritious snacks. You can understand that kids produce their own snacks. Yes, that's what I understand. The miners refuse to work after death. So they die and then they refuse to work. No, what I understand, miners refuse to work after a death. Sorry. Here after a death. Remember that we are not correcting the mistakes. There are no mistakes. We are trying to understand what is written. In range, cow injures farmer with axe. So we're talking about an angry cow. Furiosa, yes. An angry cow injures a farmer. Okay, drunk drivers paid $1,000 or euros, pounds. So when they talk about pay 1,000, they are talking about as a fine, multa, né? March planned for next August. When we talk about March, we are not talking about the month, because the month March is not after August. So March in the street, that is like a protest. Okay. And now what I want to do with you is page 86, 87. Let's go there. Page 86 and 87. Oh, guys, I forgot to say that in this exercise 6, you can write what you understand. You don't need to write the same thing that I did. Okay? So in our page 86, we are talking about celebrity, famous people. Take a look here in the pictures. What are they talking about? They are talking about a baby. Yes, the Cambridge, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge baby. Prince William and Kate, their first son. Okay, why do you think, guys, that the born of a baby could be so famous? Check how many magazines and newspaper put the picture of the couple and their son in the cover. Why do we like to read about the famous people, about celebrity? Why are we so interested on it? That's what we are going to read in the article, okay? So we're going to read the article and do exercise 4. So please, I'm going to put in here, then you can read with me, all right? Just a minute. Yes, maybe someone is not with the book, so you can follow the reading in here. All right, let's start.
Celebrity news. The birth of baby Prince George of Cambridge has been one of the most highly anticipated news events in recent years. The world's press waited outside the hospital, and hordes of well-wishers crowded outside Buckingham Palace. One journalist was even quoted as saying, "I was more prepared for this birth than I was for my own." However, was this event, the birth of a baby, really worthy of the mass hysteria surrounding it? Life-changing events are happening every day, all around the world, but a royal baby is what sells newspapers. Whose fault is that? With all the problems the world faces, why are our timelines and news feeds constantly full of news of celebrity haircuts and breakups? It seems crazy that many worldwide news organizations take the time to inform us about the lives of famous people instead of more serious stories. How did entertainment news become world worldwide valued hard news stories? And why do we appear to be more interested in celebrities than what's actually going on in the world? Firstly, the invention of television and radio and the rise of the internet have all contributed to the role celebrities play in our mainstream news. The private lives of celebs are simply more accessible now. Also, because of the increased presence of the paparazzi and their photos in media texts, there has been a decline in the credibility of the press, and there is now an unclear line between what is simply entertainment and what is news. It is fair to say that much of the regular news can be depressing, sometimes boring, and often hard to follow. A lot of us don't take the time to keep up with it because it gets us down. Celebrity news, however, is entertaining, and it is somehow reassuring to know that celebrities go through tough times too. Another factor is familiarity. When strangers meet, they look for a common bond. We may not know anything about each other's personal lives, so there's no connection there. Celebrity news provides that common ground. Most of us can talk about the latest Justin Bieber scandal or what the Beckhams are up to, and we can share our opinions and interest with each other. However, there is a darker side to focusing on the misfortunes of the rich and famous. Watching celebrities fall from grace or go wild makes the rest of us feel more confident about ourselves. There's a strange satisfaction we experience when we see somebody who has everything, money, fame, power, good looks, seen just as miserable as the guy next door. Despite the fact that our lives may seem mundane in comparison, we can feel that we are better than them because we haven't made the same mistakes. On a positive note, celebrity has also become one of the principal ways in which information is spread. Even health advice is provided through stories of celebrities' encounters with illness. For example, on the back of the announcement of Kylie Minogue's breast cancer treatment, the media was full of breast cancer reports and personal stories. If celebrities can raise awareness of such issues as health, politics, and the environment, perhaps our fascination with them could be a good thing. However, while entertainment news is fun and an escape from our everyday lives, when put into perspective, all entertainment news has done is dumb down our generation by making the behavior of the Kardashians and Kate Middleton more important and newsworthy than civil war and famine. Yes, the real news does hold negative and depressing stories, but that's because, sadly, our world is filled with them. We appear to be at a point where we consider the conduct of actors and pop stars to be of greater importance than truly significant events. It's sad to say, but there's little doubt that information regarding celebrity behavior will outlast the coverage of culturally monumental events. We need to reevaluate our perception of significance and importance if this is ever going to change. Think of the message that we, the younger generation, are absorbing. We are systematically being shown that nothing matters as long as you're famous and pretty. In the long run, beauty and notoriety fade, but cultural significance and positive change are much more lasting and respected. Instead of aspiring to be pretty and famous, we need to strive to be groundbreakers, policymakers, and dream chasers. We need to realize that simple popularity or material wealth are not equivalent to the mark we could make on our world. It is very sad that this isn't an obvious truth.
Okay, sorry guys. So I was with the audio and my computer changed the screen. Sorry. Alright, so according to this text that is talking about celebrities, why do people like to read about them, okay, and why we shouldn't do it, we are going to answer the questions, okay. The author believes that newspapers are in competition with TV and internet. Newspaper publish too many paparazzi style photographs these days. The distinction between serials, news, and entertainment is ambiguous. It is the distinction, yes. Check because in your book it's in a different order. Okay, it's letter A. One of the main reasons people prefer celebrity news is that reading serials is too time consuming. Mainstream news can be dull and difficult to understand. They enjoy seeing attractive photographs. It is. Mainstream can be dull and difficult to understand. That's it. Celebrities are a useful topic of conversation when we want to achieve a closer bond with our friends. We are talking to somebody we don't know particularly well. We want to avoid talking about our personal life. You can talk about celebrities or the weather. It is? Yes, when you are talking to somebody who you don't know particularly well. When celebrities go through difficult times, we have the feeling of superiority. Yes, society obsession with celebrities help us to escape from our boring lives. Is not significantly harmful, can also help to raise awareness or other more serious issues. That's the correct answer. Celebrity news has a poor influence on young people, teaches young people to follow their dreams, encourage young people to be positive and respectful. You can talk about us, so has a poor influence on young people. That's what I believe. Okay? So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for our class. Have a nice holiday. We won't have lessons on Monday and on Tuesday, so you are going to be 4 days at home. You can take a rest, watch good films. Yes? So, see you again next Wednesday. Bye bye.